Instagram.
Okay, thank you. I just wanted to have that. All right, well,
YouTube's probably the most important, but you can do the website as well. And if they bring up big3premiummembership.com.
these chicks don't know anything about me.
Google Big 3.
Anyone, send it to you right now.
Wait a minute. So YouTube,
Yeah.
and what is that?
Simply Dawn.
All right, thanks a lot. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
You didn't hang up.
Won't you observe it? Let me ask you this.
Can we just put the clip of you finding the things you need to push at the beginning of the podcast? It's so funny.
Welcome to This Bitch with Sarah Wineshank and Kim Congdon.
Oh shit, we're live from the Hive at Mastermind Media with another episode of This Bitch Podcast. I'm Kim Congdon.
And I'm Sarah Wineshank.
We're so excited about our guest today. He's the fucking man. We've known this guy for a really, really long time. I've known him since I started stand-up. You too, Sarah?
Yeah, like 12 years.
Do you have the longest running show at the Comedy Store?
Why, yes, I do.
Yes, he has the longest running
can I
show
ask
at the
you
Comedy
this?
Store.
At one point, can we talk about which one of you treats me best?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody's going to be upset.
Is it me? I can't wait to find out this big surprise.
You haven't said his name.
I'm going. I'm on my way.
Okay,
It's
sorry.
Don Barris, everybody.
Thank you.
Yay!
Oh, we're the people. I hear people clapping.
There they are. They're everywhere. This room's filled with fans, right? So who treats you better?
You want to get off to that right away? I think we should
Yeah,
get into it a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
think we should work
What do you
on
mean?
No,
I think
because
we
I think somebody's going to be hurt.
and it's
Who?
going to be you,
I'm not
Kim.
going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. One of you has always treated me nicer than the other one.
Is it me?
I'm not going to tell you yet.
It's the princess. I'm nicer to people. It's our thing. It's
Tell
a yin
us
and
who
yang
it is,
thing.
and I want to know why. Now, Don.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. Oh, you may control men and you wrap them around your little finger like you're too short, buddy, that's coming up. But let me tell you this. You ain't going to push me around like this.
Why would you bring it up then? That's sick. That's like when someone's like, oh, I
You
got
know,
to tell
I-
you what this person said about you, but I can't tell you now. And you're
Well,
like, okay, I just have to
right,
sit in
yeah.
it all day.
It's just I want to walk away and I want that person that doesn't treat me as well as the other person to try and be nicer to me.
They're going to think it's me. Is it me?
Not going to tell you.
Well, you seems like you have a guilty conscience suddenly.
Yeah, because the way you're so confident about it. But I feel like
'Cause
I feel like I'm nicer to Don than most people.
Really? What the fuck are you, man?
Yeah, dude. I see you. I go up to you. I say hi every time. I don't like talking to people. I
Neither
get
do
really
I.
bad social anxiety.
Neither do I.
And I have a
you know
conversation with you at the Comedy Store every time I'm there.
Because what do? Every time I see either one of you, I say, oh, two of the popular girls.
Well, can I tell you what?
What's that?
You come in hot or cold. So I always like to see if you're ready. Because sometimes before your show, you're focused.
That's not focused.
When you're
That's
about
me
to go-
being high. I'm not focused.
So I try not to bother people. I know they're going on stage. I know that they're doing their own thing. People think I'm a bitch, but I kind of just try to stay out of everyone's way.
Oh, shit.
Oh, is that what you call it?
Wow. Wow. So you think I'm mean to you?
I never said that.
He
we're
never.
gonna. We're gonna.
You're putting words in his mouth now.
Yeah. Thank you.
What'd you
Hey,
do? Fuck?
thank-
What's going on? What
Thank you,
happened?
Sarah.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Wow.
Wow,
Always-
Don, I
You're
can't-
always so nice to me.
Well, fucking listen.
Hey, I'm listening.
I'm fucking nice to you.
All right, we'll see.
Whatever. Now you're gonna see me. What? What happened? Oh, we didn't do the thing.
Yeah.
What's the thing you got to do?
The countdown clock, Don.
You only give me 45 minutes.
We give everyone 45 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, but you give too short. What was the you were talking about too short? Oh, we'll bring this out in case we need to go an hour. That's what I heard right before I went on. Me cut down to 45 minutes. I have more stories than anybody you
Okay,
know.
you're on attack mode.
No, I'm not.
You're on attack mode.
No,
I'll tell you
because-
right now. The only reason we're doing 45 was we could still probably go over a couple minutes, but we have a hard out and we probably can't even do an hour with Too Short, if I'm being honest.
Does that make you feel better, Don?
I could tell you lots of stories. I've been to the Comedy Store a long
Tell us
time.
stories.
What stories would you like to hear?
Well, how old were you when you started at the Comedy Store?
I was 11. And when I came to the Comedy Store, the people that were there.
Was this during the Cold War?
All right, that's it. Goodbye. Thank you. End of show. They're being dicks. Am I right? All right. When I came there, the people that were there. First of all, I'll tell you something. I recognized this the other day. The Comedy Store is not as good as it used to be.
Mm.
People are not as nice. It's not as fun anymore.
Why are you looking at me?
She's getting defensive.
You are defensive. I think you're spectacular. Why do you think every time I see you, I call you one of the popular girls?
Yeah, I don't think he just throws that around.
No, I don't.
And doesn't it kind of feel good, though?
It does feel good. It makes me feel good every time.
Because you know what? Because the truth is I look at the two of you, probably the two coolest girls at the club.
Hell yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I mean that. I'm not saying that because who else? Who else could you think of?
That's what I say every day. I wake up every morning, I go, who else?
Who else?
Eleanor's pretty cool.
Eleanor's cool.
Eleanor's pretty fucking cool.
Yes, she is. But I've known Eleanor so long.
It feels like you probably grew up with Eleanor.
Yeah. Eleanor's a good person.
Very funny.
I do love Eleanor a lot.
So how'd you get into the store? Would you have to finger Mitzi?
You take that back right now or I'm leaving. Maybe you can ask that to Too Short how he got into business.
I take it back. I take it back.
I will tell you this. I know the last person to have sex with.
Who?
Can you say it and we'll bleep it out?
Yeah.
We'll bleep it out for sure.
I don't trust this motherfucker.
No.
We'll bleep it out. We'll bleep it
What
out.
if I told you later? Yeah, because you're lying to me. It'll be out there.
No.
No,
We'll
it
bleep
won't
it
be
out.
out.
We wouldn't put anything you don't want out.
Xavier,
Why did you say it like we would?
Xavier, you're
Hold on, Xavier's bad.
I was guilty.
You weren't convincing at all.
No.
We would never.
We would never. He borderline winked at us.
In less than 42 minutes, the show will be over, and I'll tell you that.
Okay, all
Can't do
right.
that?
Okay.
All right, 43 minutes for you, babe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of stuff there. I was there the night that Kinnison
Shot the wall?
Yeah.
Really?
It was not the wall. Everybody says it's the wall. That's not true.
Oh.
What
The
was
only
it?
bullet that he shot went through the sign that said the Comedy Store.
Oh, the one in the when you go
You know
towards
the
the back.
big round comedy or belly room sign?
Mm-hmm.
At the top, there's a bullet hole in there.
Whoa.
Wait,
That-
why did he do that?
Believe it or not, he had a problem with the.
Oh,
he
they'll
had,
get you every time.
The old allergies.
he had come, yeah, and he was out of Nefectadol,
He couldn't be near cats. Got it.
and he is maybe the scariest night of my life because he was upset with me because he thought that I was doing something that I didn't, and he blamed me for doing it.
Who were you banging that you weren't supposed to bang?
Okay, why do you got to say that?
Because that's the only
That's
thing
the
that men
only
fight
thing.
over is
That
pussy.
is the only thing men fight over.
Okay, so he came there. Somebody had said, this guy, have you ever heard of a guy by the name of Danny Stone?
No.
No.
I didn't dislike Danny Stone. He was in the movie,
We'll pull it
what
up.
the fuck is it?
MASH?
No, one of the biggest movies,
Just
biggest
fucking with you.
comedies ever.
Danny-
Ghostbusters.
Oh.
Yep.
Huge.
He was in Ghostbusters for 1 second. Are you looking up Danny Stone?
Wait,
Yeah,
I want to see what he looks like.
at the time,
Can you go to images? I wanna see
he
what
was fucking Mitzi.
Danny Stone was?
Oh, that's Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
He was fucking Mitzi. This is him?
He was fucking Mitzi.
I don't know why, but that's what I imagine what Sarah's dad would look like.
my dad?
Yeah. I met him, so I know he doesn't. But before I met him, this is sort of the
What, you just think my
The
dad's
Jew
a
energy.
generic white Jew man?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so at the
There he
time,
is in Ghostbusters right there.
he was
So he was
hooking up with Mitzi.
and it was funny because at the time, Pauly Shore would always call him Daddy Stone.
No. How old was Polly at this point?
He was like doing comedy, but
Oh,
he had just
so
started.
funny.
But he supposedly had said something very bad about Sam's wife that he had married, or
So he said
some-
he banged Sam's wife.
No, he did not. See, everything about you is bang this, bang that. How about the fact that they had a disagreement about something?
That her pussy smelled.
Do you have to go through this all the time?
Yeah,
All right. So he was looking for this guy, and it was kind of crazy because I was scared to death of Sam. Scared to death. It's still, Mark Maron he always comes up to me because at the time, Sam kind of was a dick to everybody, and he fucked with Mark Maron. He fucked with a lot of people. I mean, with Mark Maron, Mark Maron one time was playing his guitar, and he was playing it so hard that he bled a little bit on it. And so Sam was like, he thought he was going to kill him. And I remember Mark Maron coming to the club one day, they're going to kill me, Don. They're going to fucking kill me. Now, he tells a story, but he never mentions me in his stories. But he, too big. I'm not big enough for this Mark Maron story. So Sam was at the club looking for this Danny Stone, and they couldn't find him. So one of Danny's friends, who was this one time a world champion boxer, was there. And I remember Sam, I was like by the back doors, and Sam was over, and the group of people was by where the trash is.
Uh-huh.
And I just heard all this going on. And he goes, shoot him in the fucking head. He's telling his security guard to shoot him in the fucking head. And I'm like, oh my God, I got to get out of here. And at the time, I was staying at a place, on 7th Street in Santa Monica. I walked all the way home.
From the store?
From the store. I was so frightened. I thought one night I was going to be thrown over the roof over at, do you know Crest Hill at all? Do you guys know that?
No.
Crest Hill was a place that Mitzi owned, and a lot of comics stayed there. Then she turned it into a halfway house where people that had problems could stay up there. But people would hang up there, and a lot of bad stuff was going on there.
Whoa, is that what it looked like?
Crest Hill? Yeah, that's right
That
above
looks
the
crazy.
comedy.
That looks insane.
Is that Crest Hill?
Yeah, it says living above the store, the untold story of the most notorious house in comedy history.
It was really funny. It was really funny. One night I was there when I first came to town. I came from Michigan. And that night they had, it'll mean nothing to you guys, but Bob Seger and Ted Nugent were there.
I like Bob Seger.
Both
Night
from
Moves.
Michigan. Yes, absolutely. But they were both from Michigan. I was like, oh my God, this place is crazy. Those guys didn't touch drugs, though. Neither one of them. But it was oh, you're getting Bob Seger right there.
So, okay. So people would go and hang out in this house.
They would hang out there, yeah, and it was just, but
That looks fun. Does that look fun?
It was kind of fun, but it was a totally different time. People were a lot closer then. Now it just seems like people are hateful there.
At the store?
Oh, hell yeah. Worse than ever. You don't believe that?
I don't really. I stop hanging out as much. I just go for the spots now, and then I try to leave as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Well, why do you do that?
Because the hang's not the same.
It isn't.
What happened to the hang?
The hang used to be good when I first got there. You know what happened? This is the hang stopped being good when they took the piano in the main room and put it in the back. When the piano was on the stage in the main room was the last era of fun hangs.
Interesting.
Do you remember that?
I sure do. And if you think that that's the part, I remember it got to the point where there was no place to smoke pot. So I would start going in the back of the main room and going there. And then they really came down on that. And
Did you get distracted by our album
What's happening?
art?
yes, I did.
Did you get abducted by the logo?
I sure did. I thought, wow, How cool are those girls? That's what I was thinking.
But yeah, I don't know if it's. I also don't drink as much as I did 10 years ago, so I don't know if I hang out less just because I'm not drinking, and I am like more social when I'm drunk. I'm just not
Many
trying.
years ago, I said to myself, did I come all the way from Michigan to come out here and just get shit-faced every night? And I said, no, I did not. And I just stopped drinking from that moment on. And I've never drank since. And so I'm pretty clear-headed when I go there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, it isn't as fun. There's a lot of things that are different.
Yeah.
Does
What do
my-
you think?
What do I think?
What do you think's different?
The downfall? Well, I think since you stopped drinking and coming to the club, a lot of things have gone. There used to be a lot of celebrities that would hang out there.
Mm-hmm. I feel like there's still a lot of celebrities.
Really?
I saw Jason Momoa recently.
I heard Jack White was just there.
I saw
Really?
Kanye.
Kanye came recently. Lil Wayne came. Bunch of big people.
Yeah, well, there were people that used to stay there and hang constantly.
Yeah.
Like they were there every
Well,
night,
it closes earlier than it used to.
which sucks.
Yeah, and it's not open all the time,
Yeah.
which sucks
Which
because
really-
it used to be
why-
so fun. It used to close. I mean, I remember they used to do last call at 1:45, and we would stay till like 4.
3. Yeah,
3 or 4.
There were many times that I wasn't even on the schedule till 2:00. 2
Yeah.
a.m. on the schedule, so I wouldn't get up until 3, and I'd still do an hour. But there
Mhm.
was a time, and it was the most fun time because this place was always been like a zoo, but at one point, truly, the comics ran. There was a manager who, when they would lock the doors, he would reopen it, and then people would stay till 6 in the morning.
I remember that.
There were people gambling in one room. It was just a crazy time, and it was fun. And I mean, it was really, really a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
And there would be very certain audience members that would get a chance to come in and play cards and that. And I can see, and every time cops would go by the front, I would say, oh, why are they not stopping with all the lights on in here? Why aren't they questioning that at all? But they didn't.
That's the good thing about living in LA is that you can kind of get away with things.
Really?
Yeah, and the cops are busy.
Yeah, very true.
Unless even if you're bleeding, they won't come. You could be like, there's a murderer in my apartment. They're like, has he stabbed you yet?
Yeah.
Unless he stabbed you, they're not coming.
One time there was an erratic man outside my door at night, and I was scared to walk up to my door to open it. And I called the cops, and they made me wait an hour and a half in my car for them to come. And
That's terrible. That really is
Yeah.
shitty. I'm sorry that you had to go through that because you know what?
you would have just walked up.
No, I wouldn't have. But, but you're girls. It's a whole different thing.
It is.
And I understand that. And it kind of sucks to be a girl that has to work. I've always felt that girls have got the shittiest fucking side of doing stand-up there is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No question. So
Yeah.
that's the reason I'm never mean to girls.
Technically, we are Chappelle level with how much we've been held back and where we are now.
Why is Chappelle being held back?
Well, Chappelle's not being held back.
No,
but how
he's,
much? How much we've been?
he's not.
He's not being held back. What I'm saying is, it evens. Like if we weren't, could you imagine how much?
If we were men?
If we were even, yeah, and then we were men, and we were working just as hard. Imagine how much further we'd be.
If we were
Whitney
men,
Cummings says it all the time that women work twice as hard to get half as far in comedy.
That may very well be true. Boy, she's really gone off the deep end, hasn't she?
Dude, I feel like her having a baby is crazy. I love seeing women in comedy have babies.
I think she did it just for the publicity,
I love it.
just to talk
Good.
about it.
Yeah, I think she was tired of people talking shit.
And what kind of shit would they talk to her?
You're never gonna have a baby. Guys like to say that.
Yeah, guys like to do that. They like to tease you and be like, "Yeah, you're barren," and it hurts, Don. It hurts when people on the
Can
internet
I
call
tell you
you
something?
barren.
I'll tell you something interesting. I've learned to never read anything.
It's hard not to.
It is, but I'll tell you, when I went to Austin, I felt wonderful because when I went there, everybody made me feel like I'm something special.
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I saw that they're like in a big recruiting thing and they're trying to get anybody to come out there. But I felt wonderful. I felt like they're being very cool with me.
Well, Don, you're also a legend.
Yeah.
That's
You're-
bullshit.
no,
It's
but
just
you
that I've been there
are.
a long time.
You are. You're a legend in late
Oh,
night.
look who's trying to get more nicer points.
No, I'm just being.
She's got
I'm
enough.
being real. Why don't you try to get some?
Don, I loved Winnie City Heat.
Yeah, that's a long time ago I did that movie.
But you are a star. I mean, if you know the Comedy Store, you know Don Barris. That's kind
Yeah.
of part of the thing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. I sometimes I get very disappointed. They let me go up every night, but since this strike has happened, I said, "Hey, you know what? I've never asked anything and I've been here forever. Is there any way during this strike you might be able to give me some more spots so I can kind of
Mhm.
keep money?" They've never given me more than 2
Mm.
a week. And I'm like, fuck, man. I go up every night, you know, because I want to, but I think, you know, I close out the show pretty good. I put some bizarre shit going there.
yeah, you do. It's so fun to watch.
Well, thank you.
It
but,
is.
but I'm just saying, as far as things go, I think I do something. But then how many new paid regulars did they bring in?
Like 342.
It just seemed,
342.
yeah.
6,069.
Now, why would you do that?
What?
We were always closest.
What?
And now you're lying to me.
Well,
He-
sometimes, you
He
know.
turns on a dime this
He
one.
does. He does. Just when you think he has your
You're in his
back.
good graces.
Maybe I should. Kimmy. Now it's Kimmy and I versus Dom.
Oh.
Oh,
See,
you're
you tried
both-
to break us apart, but we come back stronger.
You're not gonna break Mama and Mommy apart.
Never,
Don.
Donnie,
Oh,
Don.
really?
Yeah.
Even if I told you who's nicer to me?
We know. It's Sarah.
I didn't say that.
You can't stop looking at her when you say it.
Like I'm in white, she's in black.
Wow,
Yeah.
you're the bad girl.
I'm not bad. I think I'm just.
Are you, who's got the reputation of being a bad girl between the two of you?
A bad girl?
Yeah.
In what way?
Yeah, in
Probably
what way?
Kim. Kim's the bad girl.
I'm not bad. I don't do
Well,
anything.
like, you're just more like not to be fucked with.
yeah.
Why are you
Who-
getting
all
so
right.
defensive?
Who-
I'm
who-
not bad. I don't do anything.
Between the two of you,
Yeah.
who would be the one to hook up for a one night stand more often?
I don't have one night stands.
I guess it's me, Dawn. Do I have one night stands?
You'll fuck with more than me, but not a lot either.
No, not a lot.
I don't.
But
and
you
why do you have that rule?
I have before, but I just don't. I don't know. I think I've been drinking. It's the alcohol. I just
Let me
don't.
say, like a
For
huge
me,
celebrity
for
like
me,
Dave
if I drink,
Chappelle. Let's say Dave Chappelle.
I'll send a
invited
you up text. Sorry, what?
What, Dex?
A you up?
You up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you asking?
Let's say Dave Chappelle invited you to an after party.
That's happened. Not to brag.
He's never invited me.
He hasn't invited me either, Dawn.
This is like grief ASMR. Like,
So, would you say who is the more popular of the two of you?
I don't know, because I feel like our podcast kind of blew up together.
Is this podcast pretty big?
It's big for us.
That's big for us.
What kind of numbers do you have?
What do you mean, like downloads?
Like Tony Hinchcliffe numbers?
No. We're
Does he
we're
do
gonna
well?
we're trying. Yeah, they're
Can I-
selling out theaters. We're not selling out theaters. We are
Yet.
selling out shows,
That's fantastic.
but not theaters.
Good for you.
So
Good for you. I'll tell you something. Like I was starting to say this. When I went to Austin, I went there and everything seemed to click. They even had like in the middle of the week, they had Holtzman had a show, Brian Holtzman and Friends. The next night I had one, Don Barris and Friends. And I thought nobody would show up. Holtzman had half a room filled. And I went up there and Brian, you think about you ever think about promoting this show or something? And like Adam Egget was like, oh yeah, 50%, you're not even 50%. Next night I sold out. So it was
Whoa.
just so fun. And Tony Hinchcliffe, I'll tell you this, a lot of people may not say a lot of nice things about Tony, and I can understand that, but he's never been mean to me ever. And when I was there, he was just so fucking nice. And
You went to have steak at Eddie V's.
Did you
How'd
have
you-
oysters
He
how'd you
told
know?
me. He
He
told
told you?
me.
yeah,
He
Did
said,
you have oysters?
He said he had so
No.
much fun with you when you were in
it
town.
was so cool. And I mean, and it was like, and I really thought about it. My God. And he's showing me his $3 million condo.
We all know it's
I got a
$3 million.
$3 million condo.
Oh,
We
he's
all-
mentioned that
check
to
it
you
out.
too?
We all know
Don.
it's $3 million.
So he mentioned that to you guys.
He's fucking killing it.
Yeah, he is. And, and I thought, wow, I really did well there. And I was really, because like they were saying, open invitation, come back at any time. And I was like feeling like on the top of the world.
Yeah, you were.
Then I read some of those YouTube comments. Oh, they're just
Oh,
can't
because you
read-
did kill Tony?
yeah, I
That-
did.
no. Okay.
You can't
that's-
read the YouTube comments.
Yeah, I never will again. Never will again.
I'm addicted to reading them.
Yeah, but you know what?
I'm addicted.
What do they say?
Well, because for me, I get more out of people just commenting. It doesn't even almost matter what they say.
No, it matters.
If they say something mean, you tell me it doesn't affect you.
Oh, it affects me.
It only affects me if it's a thing that I believe. No one can convince me of something new.
Like,
and
give
even
me
then,
give
I'm
me an
like, I already
example.
believe that.
Give me an example of something that really weirded you out.
No, I can't because then they'll
They'll
take
tag
that
you
and
don't
run
wanna-
with it.
we don't
Yeah,
wanna give them
you can't.
bait.
You can't throw your insecurities out.
And I heard that I got to know Sarah Silverman very well, and I think she is just so
She's the
fucking
best.
Yeah, she is.
She's so sweet.
She's
so normal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I remember she watching her after some of the roast, how they would get her on the roast, not even like YouTube, just the roast themselves. And that just broke her. I just see her crying about that.
Really, she would cry.
Yeah.
Aw.
And that's sad because she's so wonderful. She's
Yeah.
so wonderful. And she tried, and she gave
I
me.
didn't realize that that would make her sad. I feel like she wouldn't be. I don't want to say sensitive, but I feel like she would.
I feel like a lot of comedians are sensitive.
Oh,
We just want to be
absolutely.
liked. That's why we're
Absolutely.
doing this.
Yeah,
You know what
you're
I mean?
exactly right.
We want approval. So if we don't have that, it hurts, even if we have a thick skin.
And it's just, and here's a person, she had done something for me. And I always remember, like, she had on the Sarah Silverman show. She one time needed an audience warm-up guy on her cookie time thing.
Uh-huh.
And how many people does she know? She could have selected anybody. She had me go there, and I went out there, and I came up with some things, and everybody liked it. And I thought, God, Sarah's so fucking sweet. So I'm sorry that I did that.
Are you tearing
Yeah.
up for Silver?
A little bit.
Aw.
Tears for Silverman.
Cheers for Silverman.
No,
She's
it's
sweet.
just, I just don't like to see people sad, and she doesn't deserve to ever be sad.
I agree with that.
Oh yeah. Listen, it's getting hot.
It's getting hot. Warmer, sunny days are happening. And you know what? I don't want to spend time cooking when it's hot out, when it's pretty out. I want to be at the beach soaking up the sun.
And I don't know about you, Sarah, but I'm done with the full meal. You got to prep the meals. First, you got to decide what you want to eat. Then you got to go to the grocery store. You got to get the groceries. You got to put them in the bag. You got to bring it up the stairs. You got to put it all the way. Then you got to wash the groceries. Then you got to pick your meal. Then you got to clean the groceries. And then you chop it up. And then you make the meal. And then once you finally eat, you eat. And then 2 seconds later, you're full. Then you have a sink full of fucking dishes.
No, I know.
It's too much.
It's fucked up. So that's why I'm obsessed with Factor. Factor has no prep, no mess meals. Meet your wellness goals in time for summer thanks to the menu of chef-crafted meals with options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Factor's fresh, never frozen meals are dietitian approved and ready to eat in just 2 minutes. So no matter how busy you are, you'll always have the time to enjoy nutritious, great tasting meals. Make today the day you kickstart a new healthy routine. What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
With 35 different meals and more than 60 add-ons to choose from every week, you'll always have new flavors to explore. Crush your wellness goals this May with dietitian-approved meals and ingredients that you can trust. Make your day delicious, from breakfast to dessert. Stay fueled with easy, nutritious options. So what I love about Factor is that you get to treat yourself to restaurant-quality meals that feature premium ingredients. I'm obsessed with the filet mignon. I know you said you like the salmon salmon.
The blackened salmon. That's my shit.
And the shrimp's good too.
Yep.
So head to factormeals.com/thisb50 and use code thisb50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month. That's code thisb50 at factormeals.com/thisb50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Tell them
we sent you.
Yeah, let's get back into the bud.
That's why I have to stay off TikTok. I see people sad. I'm crying. I'm scrolling in the morning, having a morning cry.
I'm on
Really?
Prozac, so the tears are less and less these days. And
Are you
like
on
it.
Prozac?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What? I'll tell you this. I'm afraid to take any drugs at all. And the main reason is because I used to be very close with Brody.
Yeah.
Brody Stevens. And I would talk to him. And it was like, here is a guy that is legitimately fucking insane.
Yeah.
And going off and starting all these fucking drugs. And I'll tell you, and then I was advised that maybe I need some help.
You done?
Yeah. And so
Who would have thought?
and I went to a therapist. Within 20 minutes, they were writing prescriptions out for me. And I just know what Brody went through. I remember what was that one show
makes-
that was a huge show, the Oddball Festival?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Brody was emceeing that. And he was like writing shit, tweeting about how shitty they are and fuck this thing. And I just, why are you doing this, Brody? Why are you doing this? Anybody would love to be in this position. It was very sad. And that always makes me feel a little bad about Brody. Because did you know Brody well at all? Anybody?
Yes.
Yeah, we knew Brody.
We knew Brody.
We would
love
do
Brody.
the Ice House Chronicles with Brody a lot
We do
on
Kill
Fridays.
Tony a lot with Brody. We had a special connection because he was from the Valley and I'm from the Valley. Yeah.
Just a really good guy. And you just saw this guy that was such a good guy just go down. And you saw it happening.
Do you remember when we would all be at the store on Periscope? I think you would be on Periscope. Brody would be on Periscope. We would be on Periscope.
Yeah, everyone.
And everybody would just be fucking Red Band on Periscope. Those were the fun days.
Those were fun days.
The Tony on Periscope. Everyone's
I am
drunk.
the best ever.
Yeah.
God,
Crazy.
you guys have asked a lot of interesting questions that I've been able to answer. You
I-
really did your research.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic or not.
You made such a big thing about Too Short coming here and
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
put into that.
We have, for everybody watching, we're recording 2 in a row because I'm leaving town. And Don for some reason feels this is not that you're not the opener and Too Short's the headliner. That's not happening.
I feel like it.
And
No,
That's
but I
not-
mean, you
wait.
were making such a big deal of what work you put into the Too Short interview.
we just have to do because we know that you have like a good comedy history interview, and
And
I
you
don't
have
really,
stories.
and we don't know shit about rap. So sorry.
Ask him what he thinks of Eminem.
That's actually a good question.
Okay.
I just read something the other day.
What else
that
should we
when
ask him?
Eminem was on Jay-Z's album, they talked about how he just dominated that. And Jay-Z became kind of pissed off about that.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yes.
When was that? Did he ever
Uh,
even have good albums after that? Because maybe Jay-Z took him off the map.
Who took him
Eminem.
off?
Eminem hasn't had anything great since like
The 90s?
since
Early
the Marshall Mathers. What was the one with the curtains? The album, the real Slim Shady. No, the Marshall.
No. That
Whatever.
was on. No, Encore was Blue. That had a blue in the cover.
The Eminem show. Yeah, 2002. I feel like since then that was the last good one.
Yeah.
Really?
The Eminem show fucking smacked. I'm dead serious. It's one of the best albums. It's so good.
Can I tell you this? I was very honored that Eminem told Jimmy Kimmel that he wanted to meet me and the other guy from Windy City Heat.
Really?
We watched him make a video, and he came over, and he was just so fucking cool.
Was he?
Yeah, he really was. I've always loved him. I've always thought he was cool. And I think that when you come from an area, I came from Michigan, And so you always pull for other people like that.
Who's one of the best guests that you've met on Kimmel besides Eminem? Like some of your favorites.
You know who's like the coolest guy maybe ever, and I would also put him in the category of most talented human being on this earth? Jack Black.
Oh, we just met. I just met him.
You did?
He was at the Comedy Store.
Was he really?
Yeah, he did. He judged roast battle.
Really?
Yeah.
How long
He was
ago
really
was that?
nice, and he was really funny.
Oh, he can sing.
Like
he's
3 weeks ago.
hysterically funny. He's a good actor. I mean, he's done movies that aren't all comedy.
This is hilarious. It wasn't Jack Black.
Oh,
This dummy.
It was Jack Osborne.
That's a big difference. That's such a big difference. Not all white men
Jack
look the
Os-
same, Kim. Not all whites look alike.
that's true.
You sound like you're
High five to
picketing. Not
that.
all whites look alike. Not all whites look alike.
Yeah, there he is, right there.
Not all whites look alike.
There's a guy with absolutely
There's
no
Jack
talent.
Black. But he was pretty funny.
Was he funny?
On Roast Battle, yeah. I was surprised.
Jack Osborne came to roast battle.
Yeah, he's
That's a
kind of
plot.
hot.
But
Would
I'm
you have
t-
a one night stand with Jack Osborne?
No. Mm-mm. Maybe Ozzy, though.
Would you really?
Yeah, I'd fuck Ozzy before I fuck Jack.
Yeah, Ozzy's.
Let me tell
For
you
the
this.
story, baby.
I'll tell you a little story that I always wondered about, and it made me think. You know, sometimes people are so big, and there was a time. Do you know where Tower Records used to be?
Yeah, on Sunset.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a great store. I've always been into music, and I always bought CDs, vinyl, everything. I was just insane. Tuesdays when it would come out with the new CDs, I was always there buying everything new. And one time I was in the store in the afternoon, and in line they had, and nobody can see this, but as you'd walk in, there was like 3 or 4 registers right there. But you had to walk down. If one was there, you'd have to go behind the people and get in your. Anyway. So I'm in line. The only other person in line was Elton John.
Whoa.
And I'm like,
That's
now,
crazy.
does Elton John hit your radar at all?
Yes, I love Elton John. I tried to play the piano because of him, but I gave up.
I went to an Elton John concert when I was 15. I left in the middle of it. I'm not gonna
Really?
lie.
What?
Yeah, it's too white for me.
Okay.
It's a little
Yeah. Hell yeah. It's too white for you. Fuck yeah.
It's a little too white.
I love Elton John.
I think he is so fantastic.
I do understand that he's talented, but
And-
15-year-old me didn't.
And I walked behind him to leave, and he stuck his ass and he hit me. And it made me think at the time.
What do you mean he stuck
All
his
right.
ass?
I'm
The
walking
clinking of the
behind
ice.
him.
Uh-huh.
I'm walking behind him. He went like this.
He tried to get you to penetrate him?
I think you're taking it to a place that I don't think it was really good.
He booty bumped you?
Yes.
You got
Why?
booty bumped by Elton John?
Yes, I did. Sir Elton John. And
Do you think he was down?
no, I don't
You
think
think he was
down.
down to
But
clown?
but it made me think, if I was in a position, like if I'm there hanging out with Paul McCartney, who I'm just super, do I do something I've never done before? And I just wonder, women, they've got to have that come across them all the time.
What do you mean, do something like suck a dick?
Would I do
Am
that?
I reading this right?
But I'm
Is
just
anyone else
asking.
confused?
I-
Are you
okay.
saying you were like,
I thought-
he booty bumped you and you were like, I see why women suck dick when they're around celebrities.
Yeah, because
You had a gay thought.
1 second. Because if he would have said, "Hey, come in my car," I would have gone in his car just to see what he had to say.
Yeah. And then he would have pulled his dick out and then you would have felt the pressure.
No, I don't know.
And then what if he would have been like, if you
I-
don't suck this dick, no more spots at the Comedy Store,
How
baby
can you
boy.
do that, Elton John?
I know the owners. I'm Elton John.
But you know what? It made me think about that. By the way, wasn't some? Oh, remember
What?
when I walked in, they said, "Oh, wait until the show." Mark,
What? Oh, yeah.
you said something when I walked in. The first time you were,
Oh yeah.
and you said, "Wait until we get in there. Wait to talk."
I
about
didn't
it."
say it like. Why do you say it like I abused you?
That is what she did. We did do that. I think Mark recognized you. Let's get him on the mic.
Hi, Mark.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah.
can.
All right, so 2000 and
Mark's telling the story of how he knows Don the first time he met
so
Don.
When Don showed up, I said he was a part of my first ever Hollywood experience.
Whoa, here we go. Was Elton John there?
It might have been. No. So my dad and I came to LA in 2004.
I was always trying to hit on dads and sons.
Coming to find out, Elton John's his dad.
And so we came to the Valley, saw like Sherman Oaks to see where I was going to live when I moved here the next year. And I moved here December 5th, 2005. But right before then, we were like, okay, we don't have anything going on tonight. What should we do? And then somebody said, hey, go see Jimmy Kimmel. And when we showed up, you would open the
Did
show.
the audience warm up, yeah.
And I was like, this guy is so fucking talented. Because just like I was like, oh, this guy is a professional, kills it every single time. And then from that point, I would always bring people when they would visit me to Jimmy Kimmel because it's like a nice Hollywood experience. You would open it up, they would get to see the show.
Thank you. You know what? Because I'll tell you this. Nobody on that show has ever said anything close to that. So
Wow.
I've heard great things about you being
I-
warm up.
yeah.
I heard that you're the best warm up there is.
You're a legend.
I would say yes too. But thank you for saying that because I don't get a lot of reinforcement. I think they pick out the bad things more than that's all I ever hear.
Oh wow.
Sometimes that's how work is, though.
Oh.
You never hear the good.
Yeah, but I'm a fucked up comic, man. I
Yeah,
need
you
to be
need
told
it.
how wonderful I am.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Yeah, then you hit on my dad on the way out.
Your dad's a little slut. That's why I did it.
Are you really good friends with Jimmy Kimmel still?
Yes.
Is he married?
Yes, he is.
Damn it. I was going to ask.
He is
You think he
truly-
would like us?
I don't know, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because he is pretty straight laced, and anybody who kind of like is not straight laced.
Are we not straight laced on?
I would say that you go out and you have fun, and there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing. Oh, look at Kim's mad at me now.
No. I was just thinking
I will say this.
that's
and
probably
I will
why.
say, I will say something. Jimmy Kimmel might be the best person I've ever met in my life. I don't have much of a family. He kind of accepted me and his family. I know his entire family. His two children, when they got married, they had me officiate the wedding.
That's sweet.
That
Oh,
is
it
sweet.
was like, and the crazy thing, it was I knew them best when they were little kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they remembered me all that time, and they
Aw.
both asked me. And I was so honored, to be honest with you. So if you guys ever want to get married, I'm an ordained minister.
I
can-
would love to have Don
That's-
Barris be my minister.
That's great.
I haven't found love yet.
How many
Yeah.
people here? By the way, just we know what's going on here. How many people there like to fuck, man?
Yeah.
Just Sarah's grandma.
Hell yeah!
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
And you know what? I didn't go real crazy, but I think that, especially for the daughter, people said, people laughed, people cried. You were spectacular.
That's great.
It really was.
I feel
great.
like you'd be great at that.
Yeah.
Not me. I'd be like, are you guys sure?
You don't believe in marriage?
I do, but I don't believe in most
When
marriages.
do you
I
think
believe in.
how long do you think before you would even consider getting married?
I'd get married yesterday if I found someone.
What if Josh Martin asked you?
Then definitely.
Ladies, blink if you haven't purchased a Father's Day gift yet.
I'm blinking. I can't stop blinking. It looks like I have Tourette.
Yeah, you look unwell.
Yeah.
Sarah hasn't bought a Father's Day gift, and we thought you haven't either. Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Whether it's for your husband, baby daddy, or father figure, our friends at Manscaped have crafted the total package for his special day. Whether it's for the boys downstairs,
Oh, we got to give the boys downstairs some love.
his beard, or even the best pair of underwear out there, Manscaped has his bases covered. Head over to manscaped.com and get 20% off and free shipping with the code THISBE. From daddy to zaddy, trust Manscaped.
From daddy to zaddy.
Yeah, and that's how I like it.
I've given several fuckboys the lawnmower 5.0, and they've come back happy,
And trimmed.
trimmed and happy, just the way you like them.
You got to get trimmed downstairs. You got to get trimmed upstairs. They have the beard trimmer that every dad's been using for way too long. If you look in your dad's sink, it's like old, rusted. It's like from the 90s.
It's disgusting. I gave my dad the beard trimmer.
It's got those batteries you can lick in it. It's like, please, if your thing has those batteries in it, it's time to get a new thing. It definitely needs upgrading. So Manscaped has the Beer Hedger Pro Kit. It's a complete beard maintenance kit for all bearded kings.
I give that to my dad, Steve.
The OG bearded king.
The OG bearded king.
That's what we call Steve.
Yep.
They have an all-in-one kit that comes with a beer hedger, Manscaped's most advanced beard trimmer, as well as shampoo, conditioner, oil, and balm for his beard. It also comes with a brush, comb, and scissors so he can style his beard and mustache like the true gentleman he is.
Yeah, guys, you look like shit. Clean it up. If you're listening and you have a guy that looks like shit in your life, get him to give to Manscaped. And you know what? You could be like, this is for you, but it's also really for you.
Yeah. If he carries a lot of body hair like most dads do, you're in luck with the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. This bad boy is designed with fathers in mind, featuring the signature Lawnmower 5.0.
And it comes with a little light.
Yeah.
It's waterproof and it comes with a little light.
Shave your dick in the dark, dude. If your husband can't seem to stop stealing your nail clippers, this happens to me. This Father's Day is the perfect time for him to finally have a kit of his own. Men need their own kits.
You're not going to finger me with long nails, sir.
No. The Shears 3.0 is a 5-piece precision males grooming kit that any father needs to stay on top of his self-care with professional grade stainless steel tools, sized and styled for the task at hand. And also, that's my favorite part, it comes with underwear.
The underwear are nice, too.
Yeah, dude.
I'm giving the underwear, too.
Just like the trimmer and stuff, men need new underwear. Have you ever seen a man's underwear?
Disgusting.
They come with the Manscaped Boxers 2.0. They're designed with a simple mission to make the most comfortable boxers a man could buy. It starts with a jewel pouch.
A jewel pouch. I like that they have a little name for what you put your balls in. A jewel pouch.
Yeah, it's a dedicated space that cradles your stones in place with a perforated performance fabric for extra breathability.
Cradle the stones.
Cradle the stones.
Give it to your dad. You came from his stones and now cradle them.
True. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code THISBE at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code THISBE. Never forget where you came from, if you know what I mean.
The stones.
Happy Father's Day from Manscaped.
Let's get back into the pod.
Why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of just marrying Josh Martin? I could have done that.
Let's do it.
This is my impression of Sarah. I actually really like Josh Martin.
I do.
You know what? I like Josh Martin, but he did one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my fucking life. He was every night working at the Comedy Store bar, making some good money, you know? And I think that at that level, making $200, $300 a night is good money. He was getting that, and every night he would also get to go on stage because he'd do the first Fallout. And then he had a problem with Leslie Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't shut his mouth. The Comedy Store is famous for letting fucking celebrities come in. She is a celebrity. Shut your fucking mouth. And I even tried to talk to him, and he just refused to listen. And what did it do? And now he's working as a bartender in New York and not doing much stage time, from what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know. I saw him at the store the other day. I thought he was
Yes. And you know, it's funny how people that aren't at the store, you forget about them in every aspect. But when I saw him, he really wanted to act like nothing happened, and he had been there all along. I shouldn't say that.
Should we bleep out his name?
We can.
No, don't.
No, don't.
Did he say no, don't?
He ain't listening to this shit.
He said no, don't, and then took a sip of his ice water.
Should we bleep out his name? We can.
No, don't.
Dawn, if I had to cast you as someone, I would cast you as both. I could cast you either as God or as the devil, both.
Whoa, you really could be both.
Either.
That is really good.
No, I've been thinking about this for like years.
You should do a movie where you're both God and the devil.
On the Man Show,
Yeah.
they used to have, every time they had the devil would come into something, they would have me play the devil.
Really?
And do you remember when they used to have women on trampolines?
No.
On the man show?
On the man show.
Oh, these horn dogs, remember?
I love the man.
Yeah. And they would all these girls would just jump on trampolines. Well, when I was the devil, they would have me do it.
They had you do it?
Yeah.
With the women?
What's that? No. They just one person jump, and so I'm just jumping up, and they slow it down. Let me just say that I had an oar that wouldn't stop showing.
No.
Oh.
Not you dropping your thing on the man show. Don
Wait.
Barris, the man show trampoline. Is this you?
No. They just did it. I don't even know what that is.
That isn't.
No, this
That's
is
just
That's you,
random-
Don? Wow. So talented.
Wait, okay. So you've already played the devil.
I have played the devil.
Now you need to play an angel.
Now you got to play
I'd like to
God.
see Don pop up on both sides of my shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have that energy.
Yeah, you could play either so well.
Thank you, girls.
Yeah.
This is why you're the most popular girls at the club.
Thank you.
Thank
Do you
you,
miss
Don.
Tommy at the store?
You know, I'll tell you this. For everybody else, I could see why Tommy did a lot of shit, but Tommy actually cared. He really thought he was bringing what Mitzi had to say, because she would have meetings with him and she would tell him all her secrets. She was grooming him to be in charge, and she wanted that. And Tommy was always super nice to me.
Yeah.
And he was the guy that he said, you have to go on stage every night. It's in your makeup. You have to do that. And he let me do it. And then a guy by the name of Adam Eget followed suit. Not as much anymore. But I go up every night, but I just don't get paid anymore. All right, I'm going to cry.
No, don't cry, Don.
Or like if
Let
you
me
do,
just
can you
say-
look straight at the camera so we could get the shot?
I just want to say this. The best part so far has been your story. Thank you very much for saying that. I'm glad that your dad had a good time. You know, hopefully that, I thought it was going to open up like this upcoming week, that we were going to go back to work. But just got a thing today saying nope.
Damn. I can't wait for this strike to be over.
Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
You know what? It's not only the actors and the writers, they make a lot of money, but everybody on that show.
The crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, the makeup people.
Everything is taken away.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say this. This is what a great guy Jimmy Kimmel is. He pays everybody out of his own pocket.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
Oh, it's more than nice. I would be
Damn,
dead
I
if
wish
it
I was
wasn't.
working for Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel
I
right
know.
now.
Wow.
Too bad we're not straight laced enough.
Tell him,
Yeah.
yeah. Now I know why he ignored
Clean
the
it up.
packets I sent.
Clean it up.
Someone was looking at my social media. He said, "This one's funny. Let's see your Instagram." Nope.
Just a little-
No.
Wow. Tell him I said, "Wow."
I'm not gonna,
He's not going to do that.
I'll tell him myself, Don.
you do that.
I'm gonna
You
find
do
him.
that.
How long have you been doing warm up for Kimmel?
22 years.
Since the show started 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
So was he a fan of how did he find you?
He found me. It was at a party, big Hollywood party.
Wow. You were
And
doing a little.
No. I had stopped doing that stuff by the devil's asshole by then. But what he had done, he heard about the project I was doing, and he said, "Hey,
Windy City Heat?
I'm really interested in doing this." And he really pushed it and had it made. As a matter of fact, I'm not supposed to say anything, but what the hell? Nobody listens to this show.
Yeah, we get no listeners, like 100.
He's going to have a 20th anniversary, but just maybe his friends. And that'll be kind of cool. But his friends are big shots.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Can we come?
I don't know. No. First of all, I know one person here that can.
If she's going, I'm going.
No.
Look how quickly she turned back to Dawn. I thought we were united. Now you're high fiving.
I'm trying to get into the party, sis.
Here's the thing. I will find out if, because I know that they're just having a big showing of it, and I don't know anything else about it, but I've put in for a few people to go, and if they say they need more because I don't know, they may have it all filled up. But if
Mhm.
they do, I will make sure that you're allowed to go.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Don.
Yeah. And we'll look back to this show, and I said it here.
Yes, yes.
We'll roll
yes.
back the tape for the proof.
Oh, now he's an angel.
He's an angel. Angel Don.
Angel Don, be a devil now.
Be a devil.
No.
What?
Fuck you, man. All right,
Dude,
so,
it's a perfect devil.
oh, Jesus. 20 seconds to go. All right,
Not the
so
20 seconds.
one last thing that you want to know. Anything you've ever wanted to know. And by the way, will I be able to ever push my stuff?
Absolutely.
Yes, of course.
Because, I need to. I don't do this very well.
Yeah.
Go to simplydonthepodcastnetwork.com. My YouTube is Simply Don. And you'll mention it again.
And we'll link to all of it in the description, so it'll be really easy to find you.
Oh, that is so cool.
And,
all right, so you guys wrap it up, and let's make this a nice ending to the show. Something you've wondered about Don Barris. That I'll tell you anything unless I don't want to.
Don Barris, who is the most famous person you've had sex with?
Halle Berry.
Is that true?
Yes. Why would I lie in your show?
There's a little devil.
The devil Don.
The devil Don.
But I always say that because it just throws everybody.
Oh my
Berry.
God. That is a good answer, though.
And it was so quick, seamless.
the sex?
No, I take care of her. I'm not just
Oh,
The
God.
devil. I like when you did the horns.
All right, Don, do you want to drop your stuff again for the audio listeners?
Okay, audio listeners, listen, first of all, I like both these girls. One treats me better than the other.
I'm done. I'm done.
Are you done?
Yeah.
Be nice to me.
I'm nice to you.
I'm a cool guy.
I'm nice to you. You know, Sarah's just overly nice. She walks fans to their cars and shit. Like, she just does too much. And then men take it as her being like the sweetest. She's just a neurotic Jew.
She's
Neurotic.
nice.
Oh, I didn't know you were Jewish.
Oh, does that change things? The horns come up again?
Oy vey,
Of course she's
Pabst-
nice. They're a torn down people.
Oy vey, Pabschmear.
Oy vey, pap schmear.
Okay, we're looking at Simply Don the Podcast Network. Now that has everything that I kind of do. Ding Dong Show. Ding Dong Show every Monday night at the Comedy Store. Longest running show in the history of the Comedy Store. Nobody else can say that. Nobody can say that. YouTube is like a big popular thing with the kids. Go to Simply Don on my YouTube page.
Hell yeah.
And you have an Instagram. I'll pull it.
Simply Don 1.
Simply Don 1.
Yeah, and what you can do is you can follow me. And the reason you might want to follow me, because I right now am trying to set the world record for the most T-shirts worn on consecutive days.
Oh, because you have so many band T-shirts.
I have so many just T-shirts, but people send them to me. And right now, I am at 909. Today, the shirt I'm wearing today is my 956 different T-shirt I've worn the past 956 days.
I kind of remember when you started doing this.
And I will set the world record is by a guy who used to be a sports guy in Philadelphia. His claim to fame, and you may never know this, but maybe somebody out there, at one point, I don't know if it was the 60s, the 50s. Do you guys remember when Wilt Chamberlain set the record for the most points scored in a game, where he scored 100 points in one game? There was a very famous picture where he was holding the number 100 on a white piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that has the record for the most T-shirts is the guy that wrote that 100 and handed it to him. Because he was a Philadelphia statistician.
What's the record right now?
Well, I'm at 956.
And the record is?
He was at 4,260.
Whoa.
Where are you putting all these shirts?
Nobody can come to my apartment.
Oh my
everywhere.
God.
The shirts are everywhere.
Oh, just such a pain in the ass.
You're boxed in by the shirts?
Yes.
Well, maybe sell some of them, or you like them.
No, but I think that I've got to maybe keep them
for
and I
the
gotta
world record.
Yeah, I got to figure out what it is. So I have them in stacks, and it's like,
Ooh.
and when they fall down, they just go all over the place.
I have an idea.
Yes.
When you're done beating the world record, you should take all the shirts and make them into a blanket and make the world's biggest blanket. With your world record shirt.
You might be the
first
nicest
blanket.
person I've ever known in my
Wait,
life.
what
Thank
about
you.
me, Don?
Fuck you,
didn't
bitch.
you didn't come up with that.
That's how it ends?
Yeah.
He turns on me?
Yeah.
No,
Let's see
I
the
don't-
horns again.
I would never turn on you. You're wonderful. You're wonderful. And I am
Thank you.
very glad. I wanted to do this because I had seen you guys constantly talking and seen little clips on the reels.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought, I like you both. And, just have some moment that we shared together on tape. would
It
be
is
wonderful.
nice.
It is.
And
It's
it
nice
is-
that
it
we
is
can have
nice.
this forever.
Who is somebody that you really enjoyed doing a podcast with?
You.
You, Don.
Thank you. But anybody else? Let's
Just
say
you. You're the only one.
let's say I refused to do it. Was there anybody else?
Not too short. We're kicking him off after this one. We're telling him, this is so good. You're done. You're out of here.
Well, I went over my 20 seconds. It was
That's
really
okay.
it was really nice to hang with you guys.
Thank
I really,
you.
Be nicer to me over.
We
at the
will.
co-
Don't worry. We'll be nicer
You don't
to you.
have to. You don't have to hear.
Wow, you fucking dick. Sarah, where can people find you?
At Princess Shank on Instagram and Twitter. Every Monday on This Bitch. Every Wednesday on Shank. Subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/Sarah Weinshank. And all my show dates are on my Instagram as well in my link tree. What about you?
Patreon.com/Kim Congdon, Kim Congdon on Twitter and Instagram. And I have a new podcast. I have a solo podcast right now, the Kim Congdon Takeover, out now. We got a few episodes out. First episode, Jorge Masvidal. Check out that interview, fun stuff.
Would you guys ever do my podcast?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We do it completely in the nude in a sauna.
Let's see the horns.
Devil boy. We got to go. We have a sauna to hit. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.